Today we're reviewing Dragon Ball After Volume 3 as Vegeta unleashes Super Kaioken times 20. In his battle with the evil Kakarot who has turned into Super Saiyan 3, it's time for Vegeta to start pulling out some of the tricks in his bag. As we saw in the last chapter, Vegeta has gone through all of the training that Goku has in order to catch up to him, and now Vegeta has tons of tricks in his arsenal and he has a plan in order to beat Super Saiyan 3 Kakarot. Get your popcorn, guys, because this is one of the best chapters of Dragon Ball After. Completely high octane, tons of action as Super Kaioken times 20 Vegeta unleashes incredible amount of power. Kakarot cannot believe it, and you're going to see this recurring theme that Kakarot can't even believe Vegeta is able to withstand that much pressure on his body. And you're going to get a lot of vibes of when Goku was using Kaioken versus Frieza, and also when Goku was using Kaioken versus Vegeta. Vegeta opens up the battle by shooting a blast at Kakarot, who's able to dodge it, and you see this massive explosion, but Vegeta appears behind Kakarot and smashes him, and then starts bouncing around him in the air. As Vegeta spirals around Kakarot in the air, Kakarot cannot believe it. He's taking a pummel of attacks, and it's clear at this point that Vegeta actually does have the upper hand on Kakarot. The only question is, how long can he hold it? One thing I love about this chapter so much in Young Gigi's art is look at the facial expressions on the characters, particularly Goku and Super Saiyan 3. This guy has the anatomy of Dragon Ball down. He has the facial expressions down to a T, and you can really feel the frightening terror coming out of Kakarot, the surprise, the suspense of these characters. Kakarot there takes a point-blank blast from Vegeta, taking tons of damage, and you're going to also see this a lot in this chapter as Vegeta just outsmarts Kakarot over and over again. Piccolo in there in the distance, great sense of scale here as we see the battle going on from the distance, and Piccolo can't believe it. Such explosive energy, Goku can't stand up to it. What kind of training did Vegeta go through in order to get to this point? The Kaio-ken isn't meant to be used like this. How long before Vegeta's body gives out? And as Kakarot dodges, Vegeta appears right behind him with the overhead smash. Look at that facial expression from Goku. You can feel the frustration, the anger, the hesitation. The facial expressions say so many words, and you just gotta hand it to Young Gigi for getting this down perfectly. I mean, it's better than a lot of the animators who even work on Dragon Ball. So Vegeta smashes Kakarot with that surprise attack. You know those are the devastating blows that happen in Dragon Ball when you appear behind an enemy and you land a full powered hit. That's exactly what Vegeta landed on Kakarot, but Vegeta says, "Curse that clever bastard," in the last moment he raised his ki to maximum so that he basically didn't take any damage from that. And with that, Kakarot uses instant transmission, teleporting behind Vegeta, and you'll see this back and forth as these guys keep teleporting behind each other and attacking. It's incredibly high action as these two fighters go back and forth, outsmarting each other, and the way that Young Gigi depicts this, I would give anything to see this animated. If there wasn't a risk of it getting taken down, I would animate this. This battle is just amazing. This is like Goku vs. Majin Vegeta on steroids, as Vegeta is bursting through the air with Kaioken, Super Kaioken times 20. Kakarot can't even believe the speed. Another great facial expression, unbelievably good drawings here from Young Gigi, and you see what Vegeta is actually doing here. He's not just straight up using Kaioken times 20. In fact, what he's doing in order to conserve his stamina and reduce the strain on his muscles, he is going up and down in Kaioken at particular moments during the battle. So he'll be in Kaioken times 10, but as he goes into attack, he raises it back up to 20. This is a phenomenal mechanic that we didn't really see in Dragon Ball. Now, in the Dragon Ball Super manga, we did see something like this, as Goku would fight in Super Saiyan God, but the moment he struck, he would turn into Super Saiyan Blue, giving him more power, but also conserving stamina this way. So Vegeta's using a similar methodology at this point, and just look at this shot, man, that he lands on Kakarot there. God, that looks so painful, and it's so well drawn. You can feel the body, the soul leaving Kakarot's body as he takes so much damage from that hit, and Vegeta moves right behind Kakarot, saying that, hey, even with your fabled strength, if you take an attack at this range, not even you will remain unscathed. And he uses Kaio-ken Big Bang attack at point blank range. Look at this facial expression from Kakarot right there. This reminds me a lot of Cell, actually. I'm actually curious if he uses references from the show or he does all of these from his own imagination. Regardless, it's just perfect. We get another scale shot here, another establishing shot which shows the distance and the magnitude of this battle. This is very, very classic Dragon Ball as the two peak fighters are going up against each other, and I love it. This is such an honorable tribute to the show and the manga and some of the best arcs in Dragon Ball Z. And Piccolo here is saying that he can't even believe that the Earth is still standing. Vegeta is going all out, you know, he's not even caring about the Earth. Piccolo says it doesn't really matter, we'll use the Dragon Balls to fix the damage, but Kakarot appears right behind Piccolo, saying that Piccolo basically saved him because he was able to lock onto his energy signature and use instant transmission in order to escape that point blank blast, which I don't really feel is that good of writing, because I mean, point blank should prevent you from even being able to use instantaneous movement, instant transmission, but regardless, that's how young Gigi wanted to write this. He wanted Goku to escape there, and so the battle will continue later on, but right now Goku is basically just trying to recover his stamina, or I should call him Kakarot, and Piccolo is trying to talk some sense into Goku, but it's obviously not working here. Kakarot saying, you know, I'm not Son Goku anymore, I am Kakarot. Love this face. I mean, I love the way that he's able to just draw the eyes in a way that it adds this element of evil to Goku. Because typically, whenever you draw Goku's face, it's hard to make him look evil. If you lower and point the brows, you'll make him look pissed off or angry, but young Gigi somehow is able to take Toriyama's art and he's able to adapt it in a way that just looks flawless. It's really mind-blowing how good this guy actually is. Now, as Piccolo mentions Goku's kids, Gohan and Goten, you see Kakarot mumble Gohan. And so as he does that, Piccolo thinks that Goku, the good Goku, is still in there somewhere. And if he can just get him to remember his children, maybe he can bring that good Goku out again. But you'll see that this is not going to work. In fact, Kakarot pretty much hates Gohan for being a weakling. He calls him worthless, and he says, I wanted to fight him at his best, I wanted him to surpass me, and he gets so excited just thinking about a Gohan that never stopped training that he turns Super Saiyan again. And what's going to happen here is that's going to allow Vegeta to lock onto his signature, and Vegeta is going to notice that and fly directly towards Kakarot. And Kakarot acknowledges that, damn, I gave into my emotions, so much for waiting and recovering. Vegeta observant as always. He would have liked to have more time to recover because obviously Super Saiyan 3 is heavy stamina drain. It looks like he just got a few minutes there to recover, but maybe that's enough. So the battle is about to continue now. Kakarot's basically thinking about Vegeta's Super Kaioken, and he's like, why isn't he fatigued yet? But he's starting to figure out exactly what Vegeta is doing. There's supposed to be consequences with Kaioken, and Vegeta is somehow being able to ignore those consequences. And obviously that we saw that's because Vegeta is raising the Kaioken up and down mid-fight, only raising it to Kaioken times 20 in order to land those devastating attacks. So we flash over to Gohan now, who has the Dragon Radar. He's going and collecting all of the Dragon Balls, and he feels the evil energy coming out of his father. And Gohan's going to actually end up joining this battle in a later chapter. But for now, let's get back to Kakarot versus Vegeta. The two meet up yet again, and look at this standoff. We get a little bit of trash talk here as Kakarot saying, am I that pretty? How long are you going to stare at my face? I've exposed the weakness to your Super Kaioken. Vegeta says you're just bluffing and goes Super Kaioken times 20. More fantastic art. Look at the facial expressions out of Kakarot there. I mean, he has it perfect. It's awesome. awesome. Vegeta dashes in with that Super Kaioken times 20, and Kakarot says, as I thought, my best move is to get away from here and then attack from behind. So when Vegeta charges in and punches, Kakarot is able to dodge it and move away, who appears behind Vegeta charging up a Kamehameha. And Vegeta says, damn that slippery bastard, he teleported away, but Vegeta is able to use his speed in the Super Kaioken times 20 and dodge that blast from Goku. But you'll see that Kakarot actually is catching on quite a bit, and here they go back and forth, teleporting behind each other and attacking, and the battle ensues. Just amazing combat and choreography here. God, I want to see this animated so bad. And as the battle continues, Vegeta is counting upwards on the Kaio-ken, because as soon as he hits 20, he's going to unleash his attack. And there he goes, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, as they're having the fist fight combat, exchanging punches. Vegeta finally hits 20, and Kakarot notices immediately and dashes away. But Vegeta, an awesome pose from him right here as he says, oh, like hell you're running away, and chases after him even faster than Kakarot. He's so fast, he's able to catch up to him and punches him in the face. Kakarot is just like overwhelmed. His power, his speed, they're like nothing I've ever faced before. Vegeta just continues his Kaioken times 20 onslaught, just dashing around all over the place, and Kakarot can barely even keep up with him. However, Vegeta notices that Kakarot is catching on to both his technique, to how he raises his Kaioken mid-battle, mid-attack. Vegeta notices that he's running out of time and he's got to do something, because as he goes in to attack, Kakarot throws a kick, which Vegeta dodges, and they basically peel off each other at this point. Kakarot basically has a lot of dialogue here where he says he understands exactly what Vegeta's doing. It's actually very ingenious. It's the reason that he's not showing much strain or fatigue. When he blurts out that he's going Kaioken times 20, he's actually going Kaioken times 10. But then mid-attack, he raises it to 20, which catches Kakarot off guard. And Kakarot says, it's too late, Vegeta. I understand now, so it's over for you. But Vegeta says, didn't I tell you, Kakarot? And then begins to power up even more. And there we get the most beautiful Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, as he says, I did everything that you did, and I love this. How amazing is this piece of art from young Gigi? And that concludes volume 3 of Dragon Ball After. So in the next chapter, we're going to have Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta versus Super Saiyan 3 Kakarot. And oh my God, is it going to be amazing. If you guys like this video, leave a thumbs up, comment down below, and I'll be seeing you soon for the next volume. Awari Da.